step up to Kevin.
You knew I was gonna go. Yeah, let's take pictures, Kev, with the sign.
I'm in the trees.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
No. I need my glasses.
Alright, so we are at Calico Ghost Town near Barstow, California. It was a real town. They have restored it.
I am wisest of men. From medicine man. Come, heed wisdom of medicine man.
Go in here and get some bean soup, fried chicken, and some beef pie. For 12 cents for a beef pie. Over to the woodworks. Oh, Kevin found the train.
When we get up there where the mines are, it's really cool. Sure you want the feet?
There's the firehouse. That's how they battled fires right there. Yeah. Here's our town hall. Yeah. Yeah. There's our population. I'd say the miners greatly outnumbered the citizens. Here's their bulletin board. You can buy a buggy for $25. It was just painted. $10 a month to rent a cabin. The inside of the city hall. What's Kevin reading about?
Stamp mill.
Stamp mill?
Right. During the silver boom, the mines of Calico Mining District were served by several stamp mills.
At the mill, silver ore was crushed by iron stamps and was delivered to containment tanks for chemical processing, where eventual amalgamation was accomplished. The finished product was bars of almost pure silver called bullion.
During the peak years of production, there were about 45 mines consistently producing silver ore, which was sent to the mills for processing. The two largest mills worked day and night, processing each approximately 100 tons of ore in a 24-hour period. And the largest stamp mill in the district was the Waterloo Mill. It began with 10 stamps and increased to over 60 stamps. And it's located near the Mojave River. The water was available for the steam-powered equipment.
Right.
And it reported that electricity was generated before the mill shut down completely in 1892, so they used electricity as well.
Wow.
Wow. So this is the Lucy Bell Lane house, and Lucy was Calico's most distinguished and longtime resident. She was born in 1874 and passed away in 1967. She was known at one time as the Queen of Calico. Lucy lived at Calico for nearly 67 years of her many Of her many gifts, she was most remembered for her warm hospitality and vivid storytelling of the historic Calico silver camping mine. Lucy was indeed part of the history of Calico and was an accomplished prospector. Lucy Bell King arrived at Calico with her parents, her two brothers and sisters in 1884, 3 years after the initial discovery of silver in 1892, at the age of 18. She married John Lane, and they bought a grocery store, which is this is the grocery store. And she briefly prospered, but then quickly declined as a result of slumping silver markets. Pretty cool.
Yes.
1892.
93.
Crazy?
She lived here till 1967.
Yeah. Her and her husband, she got married at 18. And they used to own the Lane store.
Lane General Merchandise.
All right, the modern amenities. You thought a bathroom in an RV was small. They got modern amenities back there.
Modern amenities.
Yeah, running water, toilet, and a bathtub.
The caboose is awesome. There's everyone caboose now. Come on, Kev.
Kimberly's dad would be proud, wouldn't he? Wasn't he a caboose man for a while? On the train?
He was.
Worked the caboose.
Was he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I'm here with Mrs. Annie Rickard, two miners from Calico's heyday. We would like to welcome you aboard the Calico and Odessa Railroad.
Howdy there, folks. Y'all please stay seated as we take a ride together along the back country of Old Calico. As we go around this first curve, notice the miners' cabins built along the canyon walls. As crude as they appear, they were ideal for protecting us from the hot summers and cold winters here at Calico, and perfect for the independent types that like to fend for themselves. Of course, many miners stayed in boarding houses, mainly for modern conveniences, like home cooking.
I got my nickname Hard Rock because that was exactly the kind of mining we did around here. The rock is so hard, and we didn't have any water to use for mining, so we had to hack and blast away at the rock.
During the boom years, Calico's 10 square mile mining district boasted a population of nearly 2,000, with almost 1,000 actually living in the town side of Calico. After the mining ended, Calico really was a ghost town. That's to say, it was mainly abandoned. But it was restored and reconstructed by the Knott family in the 1950s. Back then, they had workers actually living here. These folks served the role of security for the town, a tradition that continues to this day.
As we round this next curve, look to the left of the engine and notice the pile of rocks painted white with a white marker on top. This is an example of what a corner monument looked like. We use them on all four corners of our claims to alert everyone that they may be trespassing and to remind claim jumpers to stay away. Remember how the first traces of silver were discovered right on the ground in the spring of 1881, and Calico's silver rush was on. Miners came from all over, including well-known towns such as Virginia City, Bodie, and Tombstone, Arizona.
I certainly do, Hard Rock. I had silver fever too. Coming up on the right was one of the original ore cars we miners used. We would push these out of the mine and stockpile our ore until we had a trainload full. Then it was shipped to a processing mill on a narrow gauge train similar to the one you're riding on now. That particular train was called the Waterloo Mine Company Railroad, and a spur was run off of it that went right up Calico's Wall Street Canyon. The closer a railroad could be run to the mines, the better.
This large area to the left of the train was where some of the miners lived. There is still one surviving wall out there. It's outlined in white. Beyond the mountain to the northeast was East Calico, where among others the big Bismarck mine was. There was a little community out there with a store and a saloon. The Stacy brothers carried mail the mile and a half between Bismarck and Calico, even training their dog Dorsey to do it for them.
I remember that. They strapped a saddlebag right on his back so he could carry the mail and packages.
As we pause here, take a look at the top of King Mountain, where your engineer is now pointing. Look at the last letter in Calico and run your eyes down about 300 feet and a little to the right, and you should see a mine entrance in the side of the mountain. This is a tunnel for the Silver King mine, one of the richest and largest mines in the Calico mining district. It produced about $10 million in silver in about 11 years. There were about 30 miles of tunnels on 14 different levels inside that mountain, belonging to several different mines. However, the only mine that is open daily for guests to safely go into themselves is the Maggie
Right
mine.
on top of that first
Just
hill.
below the Silver King, there appears to be just
hole,
an
yeah.
ordinary pile of rocks. Actually, that is remnants of the Silver King mine itself. Not long ago, that pile
all
of
tailings,
rocks was
you can see it.
assayed to contain a few million in silver. But before you jump out of the train and climb the hill to fill your pockets, I should tell you that it would take millions more just to process that silver. So that would put you in the hole. Well, back to playing the lottery.
Now, as we get moving, look out to the left. It wasn't too far from there that a man got himself shot for trying to jump my mining claim. I'd already warned that Mr. Tobler about trespassing on my Golconda mine, but he ignored me and showed up again. This time he got grazed by a few bullets I set in his way from my little pistol. He called the law and had me arrested before I could unload my whole gun on him. The jury did not find me guilty, as I was just protecting my property.
Well, Annie, glad no one was seriously hurt, except maybe that Mr. Tobler's pride. Now, if y'all look left, this is an ore crusher called an arista. Miners would hitch a horse or mule to that crossbar and have it walk round and round, which caused the steel ball to drag over and crush the ore before it was taken to a processing mill. Of course, by the 1880s, this method was kind of old-fashioned, but it was still a respectable way of making sure every bit of silver was scraped up.
We did work hard to get all that silver. Now have a look over to one of my favorite views from Calico. Down there is the Silver Valley, as we called it. Past that old dry lake is the sandy bed of the Mojave River. In those early years, drinking water for Calico had to be brought over from the river, which ran above ground at the time, and sold for about 20 cents a gallon. That water supply also gave birth to our neighboring town of Daggett, and the railroad was built right through there. See, just like the smaller narrow gauge locomotives, the big trains of those days ran off of steam from the water-filled boilers.
Another one of our neighboring towns was borate. It may no longer be visible, but when the boom ended here, some miners got jobs over there as borax miners for the Pacific Coast Borax Company. The Borate and Daggett Railroad was even built right up into Mule Canyon, making for a more efficient operation for the company. It became the last place in California where the famous 20 mule teams were ever used.
Now, if you all look over at Main Street, you can see the same view we did as we ventured into town for supplies and relaxation. There are actually 5 buildings on Main Street that have been standing since the 1880s, when it was a bustling place.
Calico was a real town for about 20 years. We had a post office, school, courtroom, newspapers, and a slew of stores. Not to mention quite a few saloons, I can promise you that. Luckily, we even had doctors, lawyers, and a justice of the peace.
My favorite place was the town hall, where we had dances and all kinds of entertainment.
Those were dandy, huh? Now as we get closer to the train depot, take a look down into the gully to the left of the train. These ruins are from the Chinatown, where almost 40 Chinese lived and worked at Calico during the boom years. Amy did laundry for the miners and operated a couple of restaurants. Well, folks, we hope you had fun and maybe you learned a few things on our tour today.
Hope there's not another big earthquake.
There's your work bit.
Whoa. That's a hole in the rock right there for sure.
There it is. Tell this guy to get back to work.
Is this the right way, yeah?
Yeah, she said go this way then back.
It's just dark down here.
It's getting really dark. Me and Kevin's on our way to find some silver.
We're going to the stove. We go in and out. So a stove.
Early miners hard at work seeking an elusive silver vein. This part of the Maggie mine was given the name Dead Man's Drift because no mining timbers were used to support the roof and walls. This drift was cut through solid rock, and in more than 100 years of use, it's nearly identical to the way it looked when it was first blasted out of the mountain.
Hole right here.
Notice the unusual wooden pipes in the background. They carry water to various parts of the mine and throughout the town. Wooden pipes are all that could be used because of the high mineral content in the water. Metal pipes would decay much too quickly if used in a mining town like Calico. But when you're through enjoying this part of the Maggie mine, just retrace your steps to the main drift and then turn right around the corner. Continue down the tunnel to our famous glory hole. Watch your head and be sure to keep an eye out for silver nuggets along the way.
So hard rock mining. Wow.
Just take a picture.
Well, this must have been the hole they found at $65,000 worth.
There's the sign right there.
Pretty spectacular.
These guys are just kicking it over here.
Oh yeah, they're living down here, aren't they? John McCauley, by 1916, he did buy the Maggie mine and was known to have used it as a place to sleep during the winter. The story has it that he was inspired to name this the Maggie in keeping with the words to a popular song at the time.
happy.
He is. Look
Yeah,
at that.
sledgehammer. Because there was no water, they used sledgehammer and a mechanical or drill, like a bar, to make the holes to put the dynamite in.
Yep, you see he's got his canary there.
Hammer drill. Crazy. Imagine swinging one of those all day. The other guy holding the bar.
Yeah, I know. What do you guys think of the mine? The silver mine. Long ways up. And here's where they would check your pockets for silver when you exited the mine.
There's more stairs out here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right, got more stairs.
I should be the funeral director, really, not whatever. You be the girl? Okay. Okay, 'cause I can't get down the hole anyway, hold on. Remember, you gotta
Tell me when it looks good. Does that look right?
5 more minutes.
Oh wait, that looks sad.
Wait, yeah.
I'll do my funeral face. It's a shame they've not kept this. I was just saying
I know, it's a
yeah,
shame.
we were just saying.
It's a rusted decay.
Yeah, it's a shame that a lot of this stuff has been left out in the sun and the heat because some of this, I mean, this is beautiful.
Well, they put that jack stand on it at the same time. Let's see the jack stands on it to
Yeah.
make sure it doesn't fall here on this side
And
too.
it's got leaf springs.
Well,
Can you?
Kimberly's explaining to me the name of the pharmacy. What is it?
Dr. Aria.
You guys get that?
Dr. Aria.
Let us know in the comments if you get that. We'll let you know at the end of the video.
Dr. Aria.
Series of miniature rock cabins in the fenced yard, which was why the building was called the doll house. But instead of dolls, ground squirrels used the cabins for homes. When the squirrels became too numerous, the rock cabins were removed.
That is awesome. Oh, that reminds me of that guy who had that squirrel in New York and people reported him like idiots.
So, what did you two hoodlums do?
Well, supposedly, we claim jumped.
Uh-oh.
It was 10 foot. 10 foot on the other side of that claim and they got us.
Yeah, we had a couple of big sacks of ore with us, and that was it.
Yeah. Even though we threw it down, they didn't catch us with them.
Caught us red-handed.
Yeah. There's a rope down there. They say we're facing that tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, but I got a friend in town. He's paying off the judge for me, so we're gonna get off easy.
Yeah, lucky you. I gotta wait for bail to come from Michigan.
Time served. We're getting time served. That's it.
Time served.
Well, we've been in here a week already, so he won't be here. He won't be here till next week.
Yep. Hint, hint, Joe. Here I am again.
The circuit judge. It takes a while to get here. It's
Yeah.
coming on the stage, you know. It takes days.
Yeah. How'd you keep your hat? They took my hat.
You had a hat
Yeah.
in the mine?
Yes.
Why?
You guys are killing me. You're killing me, Small.
Okay, so you see a cow, you gotta wave your hat.
But
See
you're
a
gonna
cow,
hit your
right?
head with a rock. You can't see if you got your hat on. You gotta
Oh.
take your hat off in the mine. See?
I'm doing it.
I mean, that's why I'm bald. I kept hitting my head in the mine.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah.